Before we dive into the content of the CompTIA Cloud Essentials Plus exam in this course, it's important for us to discuss some exam tips and tricks. These tips are going to assist you in studying for the exam more effectively and will help you to focus your efforts in order to get the most out of the material. Now, the most important thing to remember when taking the exam is that there's not going to be any trick questions. Every question is precisely worded to match the material you've been studying, and if necessary, I want you to take the time to read each question multiple times to ensure you understand what is being asked of you and to make sure you're answering the question that is actually being asked to you. Now, as you read through the questions and answers, always be on the lookout for any distractors, which we also call red herrings. Now, generally, you're going to find that at least one of the 4 possible answer choices is written to distract you from the correct answer. And if you can identify which one that is and eliminate it as a possibility, you're going to be able to greatly increase your chances of guessing the correct answer. Another thing to keep in mind is that if you see a word in the question in bold, italics, or written in all uppercase letters, you need to pay close attention to that word because the test writers deemed it to be extremely important. It's also important for you to remember that you have to answer the questions based on your knowledge and studies of the CompTIA Cloud Essentials Plus information from this course or the official student textbook, and not from your personal workplace experience. Your workplace may be using different terminology for a specific type of cloud service or solution, and that can give you the wrong answer. So, whenever you're answering a question for the certification exam, always answer based on what you've learned in the material for this course or the official textbook, because that's what the test writers are using when they're writing out those exam questions. Now, on exam day, I always want you to select the best answer. Now, I know that sounds kind of silly, but each question is going to have several answers that could be correct based on different situations. But one is always going to be the most correct or the perfect answer. Now, this is true in most things that you're going to find inside the world of cybersecurity and the cloud. There really is no 100% correct answers in the real world because everything is situational. However, when you're taking the exam, I want you to try and select the answer that will be correct for the most situations most of the time. If you're unsure, always go with the answer that is correct for the highest number of situations. This will help you to eliminate some of the doubt that you may be faced when you're reading the questions and the possible answer choices. Also, when you're preparing for the CompTIA Cloud Essentials Plus exam, it's important to understand the key concepts that are being asked in each question, rather than trying to fight the exam or the test questions that you're reading. This will increase your chances of success on the exam, I promise you. Additionally, you don't need to memorize the terms from the course or the textbook word for word in order to pass this exam. Instead, you need to be able to recognize them from the answer choices given in the questions. Remember that during the exam, you're going to be choosing the answer from multiple choice or multiple select style questions, not a fill in the blank or essay question. This is a really big difference from the test you may have taken back in high school or college, because in the certification world, it's really important for us to be able to recognize and understand the information instead of being able to simply regurgitate it or memorize it. By keeping these exam tips in mind as you're studying for your CompTIA Cloud Essentials Plus exam and using the videos, quizzes, and practice exams provided in this course, you're going to be less frustrated and you'll increase your chances of passing the real exam come test day.